American sports have a tendency to cause absolute mayhem, and it has happened once again. Super Bowl 59 came down to a matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. And the game was hotly contested right up until it started. To summarize really quickly, the Eagles absolutely railed the Chiefs. So with the score being such a blowout, you would think that Eagles fans would just celebrate by maybe drinking a beer, throwing their feet up on the table, and having a good old time. But this is Philadelphia we're talking about here. The city of brotherly love decided to celebrate by committing war crimes on their own infrastructure. So to start off, Philadelphia is well known for being batshit crazy. I mean, realistically, we all knew the city would get turned into chaos whether they won or lost. This thing was going down the real quick. First and foremost, the Eagles' GM was drilled in the head by a beer can from the crowd at the victory parade. So if we check this out real quick, you can see there he is, and boom! Gets nailed right in the head. Watch this. Boom! Thunk right in the head. What a great start to the celebration by sniping your own team's general manager with a beer can bullet. But good old Philly was just getting started on the fun. Multiple videos have emerged of everyone and everything getting absolutely destroyed. 2, 1, just go ahead and do it. Yeah, oh! The Eagles won the Super Bowl, guys. But that's of course not all. Remember when Vanderbilt fans took the goalpost down and carried it 3 miles to throw it in the Cumberland River? Why is a great question here. What did the traffic light ever do to you? Now you can see just how the great people of Philadelphia celebrated the triumphant win of the Super Bowl, but would you like to see the aftermath of these celebrations? Because I found that as well. Oh wow. Punch a hole in that glass, throw stuff everywhere, yeah, just... Man, they really went after the glass, didn't they? So you won the Super Bowl and destroyed the city, or maybe they saved it. You know what? Whatever happens in Philly stays in Philly. But of course, the mass destruction was far from the most ridiculous thing to happen. One major plot point from social media was the halftime show. So Kendrick Lamar and his assorted guests gave a performance that basically gave everyone over 40 a heart attack. Now, I've been told that Kendrick's lyrics are extremely deep. He has such genius lyrics as wop 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 dot f**k 'em up. Wop 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff.
I'm 14 and this is deep.
So the show starts off with him dancing on a car for some reason, and then they turn into a giant American flag, which I thought was pretty cool. Now, of course, I can't show you the halftime show because, you know, copyright and YouTube and all that, but I'll put some pictures up on screen so you can understand what's happening. I think people of my age, being honest here, if they see it on social media is popular, we'll just think it's good because it was on social media. You see, you could do that with my channel by hitting like and You see this a lot through social media, mainly through Instagram Reels, because that's what everyone watches nowadays. The halftime show wasn't just controversial for the fans' reactions. It runs much deeper than that. The NFL literally apologized for the halftime show. The game was held at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, which made everyone kind of want Lil Wayne, who was a New Orleans native, to perform at the Super Bowl. Now, since the fans gave less than optimal reviews for Kendrick Lamar's performance, it made the NFL say they, quote, regret not having Lil Wayne perform. So this is an article from The Sun, where it says insiders have said that league officials feel they made a mistake after earlier issuing an apology to Lil Wayne, who's 42 apparently, for snubbing him for the monumental performance in his hometown of New Orleans. You know what we can all agree on? At least it wasn't Taylor Swift performing at the halftime show. But of course her dumbass was still there, and funny enough, she was fucking booed at the game. So you can see she rolls up on there and gets booed like crazy. Occasionally I see something that just makes me so happy. It makes it even better that there was a possibility that Tweedledee and Tweedledumbass were supposed to get engaged after the three-peat, and it didn't happen. I guess the engagement ring budget is going to a new offensive line. We'll get into that in a second. Alright, now to get on to the game itself and what actually happened. So it started off, like I said, supposed to be hotly contested, a bare-knuckle street fight right until the bitter end. That was until the first few minutes when the Eagles got a commanding lead over the Chiefs. And this generally continued over the rest of the game, with the Chiefs attempting a comeback, but when you're down by that much, it's just not really that possible. The final score ended up being 22-40 in the favor of the Eagles, obviously. The breakout moment in the first quarter came when Cooper DeJean, apparently it's DeJean, is what it is, made an amazing interception and ran that shit back for a touchdown. Jalen Hurts as well for the Eagles was immaculate, passing for 221 yards and winning the Super Bowl MVP award quite easily. The Chiefs usually have a pretty good offense, but like I said earlier, wow was it painful to watch. Mahomes not performing at his absolute best, mixed with a team that's not backing him up in the slightest, was a total recipe for disaster for Kansas City. Now, to be fair, maybe it was due to some of the crowd pulling the strings. A video has surfaced of a fan performing voodoo magic on a Patrick Mahomes doll. Look at this shit, bro. She's stabbing him. That's crazy. What the fuck? In case you had any questions of how insane people can be, there you go, my friends. Now for the most important part of the entire Super Bowl weekend, and the best part of this video, the Puppy and Kitty Bowl. To start off with the Puppy Bowl, this one was actually quite hotly contested between Team Rough and Team Fluff. It came down to the last few minutes, with Team Fluff pulling off an absolutely amazing 68-66 victory. Oh, and just look at the athletes in this game. True works of art. One of these athletes was named Foxtrot, who won the MVP, or Most Valuable Puppy Award. To shed some light on this, the Puppy Bowl is basically a way for shelters to get puppies in need adopted by families. The Puppy Bowl in 2025 had a whopping 142 puppies involved, 11 of which were special needs dogs, and they had a 100% adoption rate. Everyone give yourself a round of applause for that. Oh, here we go. Oh, the game-winning touchdown.
The final touchdown of the game, with just 2 seconds left on the clock.
It's a kind player!
Isn't that just amazing? Now on to the Kitty Bowl, which is now apparently known as the Great American Rescue Bowl for some fucking reason, and is no longer a football game, but instead just an athletic competition. The Kitten Chief faced off against the Philadelphia Eaglets in a hotly contested event that didn't keep score. It's very sad. Now, there wasn't a whole lot to this like in years past, but they still had a 100% adoption rate as well. So give yourself another round of applause. Now, for the part you've all been waiting for, my personal opinion. Okay, to start off, I'm not a real big football fan. I mostly watch baseball and F1 with some IndyCar and WEC mixed in here and there. Now, I will be giving this from my personal knowledge, being an American from the Kansas City area. This was overall a pretty decent football game. I found it enjoyable to watch, so that tells you all you need to know. Celebrations were crazy, but exactly what you'd expect from Philadelphia, let's be honest. And the Puppy Bowl was a legendary moment that will go down in sporting history for the rest of time. Anyways, the game was overall good, but probably wouldn't be remembered as a classic if it wasn't for some of the things that happened off the field, but sports are more than what just happens on the field. So Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs did not three-peat either, and looked somewhat similar to when my high school team went 2-21. That's not a f***ing joke, by the way. We seriously did that. I mean, at least we got that before GTA 6, like finding out who Jack the Ripper actually was. Oh yeah, off subject, did you hear about that? I'm not going to make a video covering it, but I do think it's crazy that Jack the Ripper and Bob the Builder have the same middle name. So the game was okay, Taylor Swift got booed, and Philadelphia now resembles Hiroshima in 1945. Anyways, guys, I would love to hear your opinions on this down below. Please comment, like, and subscribe as well. Help me reach my goal of 100 million subscribers by the end of the year so I can buy the Bop House and turn it into a Renaissance art museum. Seriously, thank you for watching. It means the world to me. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace. The hell is happening outside? Are we being fucking attacked? The fuck? What the hell? That sounded like a fucking bomb went off.
Bazinga!